Lions TV, happy Sunday. Hope you're enjoying your weekend. This is the Lions on loan episode. I have absolutely no idea what number episode this is. However, I can tell you that 7 out of the 9 Lions on loan did get game time yesterday. Let's fire straight into it. So the two that didn't play were Tyler Bury, of course, on loan at Hartlepool, still injured, and they are absolutely struggling without him, by the way. And of course, their manager's left in the meantime, so it will be interesting to see, once he gets back there, how he fares up in a team that isn't doing so well. And the other one really annoyed me. It probably shouldn't annoy me, but it does annoy me because it was Hayden Muller in the Scottish Cup semi-final against one of the Scottish Giants in Celtic, and he was a sub not used in the game. Celtic winning the game by 1-0. Okay, he didn't play in the game, and I keep saying maybe Callum Davison's protected him, but he's fucking played James Brown centre-half on the right side where Hayden plays, of a back three, if what I read on the internet is believed to be true. And I think it is. James Brown, of course, was a right wing-back for Millwall. Didn't ever really feature in the first team. Was at the club for years, similar to a Ryan Sandford situation. Did break in and got a new contract under Gary Rowett, but then the progression of Danny McNamara at St Johnstone, and of course Billy Mitchell coming to the first team, could also play in that position if need be, sort of meant the end of the road for James Brown. And he went to St Johnstone. He's not on the same planet as Hayden Muller. I can just think he's gone with experience. I don't know. But Hayden didn't feature anyway. So they were the two Lions that didn't get any game time this week. Let's fire into the 7 that did. And today we're going to start at the lowest tier. So there's 2 players on loan, one at Welling United, one at Maidstone United. Both teams are, of course, in the Conference South. And I've got a little bit of an interest in both sides as well. As I've mentioned before, massive opposite ends of the spectrum this week. Arthur Penny on loan at Welling. Young, up-and-coming centre-back. Good player, Arthur. Can score as well. Get up and get a goal off that curly bonce of his. But I went to watch him last week. Very good, very strong. Got an assist against Tunbridge Angels in Welling's 1-0 win. But I actually looked at the results yesterday and went, oh. When I saw the result, it actually hurt me a little bit as well, that they lost 6-0 at high-flying Ebbsfleet. Ebbsfleet is second in the division, formerly grazing the North League. So they're quite a big side, nice stadium, and expecting to go well. But that will be a big day to forget in some ways, but one that you can probably still gain valuable experience from. Absolutely tanked. Ebbsfleet 6, Welling United 0, and 90 minutes for Arthur Penny. Next up, it is a success story. It's took me about 5 attempts to say that right. And I'm going Ryan Sandford, the goalkeeper, is on loan at Maidstone United. And he was in goal in their 1-0 win. His second clean sheet in a row against Chippenham Town. The win sees the Stones progress back into the top 10. Okay, now we're going up 1 division to Dover Athletic. But let me tell you something. They're not going to be in that division for long because they are in a club in absolute turmoil, of course, managed by, I want to say of course, because I didn't realise until this morning, ex-Gillingham manager, I'm sure he managed them, and player, horrible little bastard, with a little pig nose and blonde barnet, Andy Hessen-Tyler. They are struggling. They have lost 5 straight games. They lost again yesterday at home against Halifax Town by 3-1. Junior Tienza did play 90 minutes in that game, along with ex-Mill centre-back Harry Ransom, but neither of those, or my mate Sam Wood, could stop Dover slip into another big defeat. They are on -9 points, rock bottom of the Conference Prem, and the next nearest team to them is Kings Lynn on 8 points. There you go, I threaded that beautifully straight up to Kings Lynn. Of course, Jaden Davis is on loan there. Yesterday, they went to Bromley. They lost by 3-2, but here's the good news. Jaden Davis gets off the mark and gets his first goal in senior football, giving Kings Lynn a 6-minute lead against Bromley. I've looked on YouTube, tried to find the goals, couldn't find it, but I did find this quote from the Kings Lynn website. A brilliant individual goal from Jaden Davis. He wriggles through on the byline before shooting into the roof of the net. And there you go, there's a couple of little clips of Jaden enjoying himself. However, Bromley did come back. They're a strong side in this division, and they won the game by 3-2. I looked again, I'm trying to find a bit more if I can. So I looked on a BBC website, and it said Jaden Davis played as a second striker. Possibly, I can't really see it. Then I checked Bromley's lineup on the BBC website, and it said that Liam Trotter was centre-back and Byron Webster was left-back in a flat back 4. So I don't think it was right unless Bromley have got some sort of injury crisis. But yeah, let's take the positives. Jaden Davis scores his first goal. Sounded like a very good one as well. In Kings Lynn's 3-2 defeat at Hayes Lane. And finally in this division, the conference premier is Yeovil Town and Mr. Reliable, Mr. Consistent, Super. I can't help but say that. Super Dan Moss. He played 90 minutes once again. We know he's playing right back in Yeovil's 1-0 win away at Dagenham and Redbridge. Good away win from that for Yeovil. And they have now won 3 out of their last 4 games with no defeats. Sees them creeping up nice and slowly on the top 10. Little note for you. If you do fancy a little bit of non-league, Yeovil are away to Bromley on Tuesday. Millwall's first team, of course, play Bournemouth at home on Wednesday. So if you're in the area, you want to go and see how Super Dan and reliable he can be, pop down to Hayes Lane and check out Dan Moss in action for Yeovil. And we're wrapping it up in League 2. And I've left this one till last for obvious reasons. I was going to say it's probably not obvious if you don't follow us on social media. If you don't, bang, there's our Instagram. Get hold of that one and follow us on there. Also on Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, anything I can get my hands on. But I was yesterday, obviously didn't go to Middlesbrough. Couldn't get there. I was saying on yesterday morning, and if you saw my previous show, you'll know that. So I thought, well, what can I do in the afternoon? Looked at the fixtures. Can I go and watch Welling? Can I go and watch Maidstone? I've been checking Orient's fixtures because I want to have a look at them. Of course, with ties of Kenny Jackett, the new the manager there now. Harry Smith, ex-Lionel, I think is far too good for League 2, and he proved that again yesterday, by the way. Obviously, I'm talking about Leyton Orient against Sutton United. Alex Mitchell against Isaac Tanto-Olaofe, a centre-back against a centre-forward. 2 Millwall young stars. So, me and my boy went down to Leyton Orient yesterday. Do you know what? It's a random little club, but it's a decent little setup down there. We had a good day. Leyton Orient beat Sutton United by 4-1. And if you'd have told me 20 minutes in that Leyton Orient were going to win 4-1, I would have said you was mad. Sutton have probably come away from the game wondering how they've lost 4-1. But I'm going to give you, obviously, of course, now, my insight into the game. The exciting thing to tell you here is Isaac Tanto-Olaofe opened the scoring with an absolute wonder goal. And he was right behind it when he scored it. He robs the player of possession, goes on a run. He's getting false wide, 2 defenders chasing him. But he's not looking to cut back and play a short ball. He's focused. He wants to get into the area and he wants to test their goalkeeper. And despite being false wide and under pressure, his close control's brilliant. Forces his way into the box and a powerful strike. It wasn't a lot of goal to aim at with a defender right here and the goal over there. He fires it probably the only place he could into the top corner and puts Sutton 1-0 up in the game. That was nothing to do with Alex Mitchell, by the way. Alex Mitchell was on the right side of a back three. Tanto was playing as a central striker. Looked like there was 3 in behind him. And they also had a right winger who was similar to Tanto in appearance and style. And he was rapid and he was getting in behind down the left quite a lot. So Tanto was coming across and joining in with him, which left him quite far away from Alex Mitchell, who was over the other side of the pitch. Then Leyton Orient, they just bullied their way back into the game. Very direct, long throws, long balls up towards Harry Smith. And Alex Mitchell looked very good yesterday. Looks more than comfortable at that level. I spoke to a few Leyton Orient fans and said he's been brilliant for us. Please don't take him back. What's the point? He'll only sit on your bench. Which I don't think he's going to, but they want to keep hold of him. That's the good news. He's been very good there in their defence so far. Lots of clean sheets. And he was assured yesterday. He didn't play at the back because Leyton Orient's back three was very different to a Millwall back three. We like to obviously split out Cooper and Hutchinson or Ballard, whoever's on that side, and get them wide and get them playing. But they was a very compact Leyton Orient back three, and they wanted to pump their balls long to Harry Smith, who of course now is their main striker. So they're not going to play an Alex Mitchell on that basis. Was probably just following the manager's instructions. Isaac Olaofe was, honestly, don't go shopping in January. Just bring Tanto back. Because he was brilliant, and I know it's League 2, but he's done it in the conference, he's done it in League 2, and I'm confident looking at him yesterday, his pace, his power, his tenacity, his desire to hurt the opposition and just go for goal every time. But he was clever with it, he was winning a lot of balls, and again, he was playing as a lone striker, which is probably what he will do if he comes back and plays for us. Maybe the only slight difference is they play a 10, which I always think we should do. But obviously, Millwall don't play that 10, but Sutton United did, and it did help, the midfield join in more with Tanto. But he was winning free kicks with his back to goal, using his... he's not very experienced, is he? But he knew what he was doing out there yesterday, running the channels, chasing down lost causes. But more often than not, making really good decisions. He knows he's going to get taken from behind, so he just sort of steps in and lets that happen. went down a little bit easy a couple of times, but won 3 kicks for his team in the right positions. What he was also doing was long kicks that were coming forward from Sutton. He wasn't trying to compete with a 6'4" centre-back. He was playing on the shoulder and he was looking to drop in behind and, maybe take that gamble that the defender might not win that header or the defender might get something on it or there could be confusion at the back. And then he was getting in behind, waiting and anticipating a potential mishap from the Leyton Orient defence instead of, as I said, trying to win headers against a 6'4" centre-forward. And as I said, as the game went on, I mean, Sutton knocked it around really nicely. By far the better footballing side. But Leyton Orient were just physical and they just absolutely bullied them out of it. In the end, it could have been about 8 or 9-1, if I'm honest, in the second half. But that obviously left Tanto a little bit isolated in the second half. Did show a couple of nice flicks and tricks, set up a mate of his for his teammate for a good opportunity to goal, which was fantastically blocked by Alex Mitchell. Orient equalised just before half-time. They scored just after half-time, but we was queuing up for a fucking hot dog, so we missed Harry Smith's first goal. We didn't, however, miss Harry Smith's second goal. If you haven't seen it, go and have a look on the EFL highlights. You probably looked at Santo's goal and thought you won't see many better goals than that today in all across all football. But you did later that game at Leyton Orient. It's dropped out the sky. Harry Smith, left foot, first time volley, back across the keeper in the opposite top corner. I don't know what he's doing in League Two. Well, I don't have an idea what he's doing in League Two, but he shouldn't be in League Two. Maybe if he was, fair to say, a little bit easier to manage, he might not be in League Two, and he must have clubs watching him. And then later on in the game, right at the death, 93 minutes, Leyton Orient put the icing on the cake. 4-1 win for Leyton Orient. It was a good day out, to be fair. And, it was a good chance to look at 2 loanees. As I said, Tanto scored a fantastic goal, really showed his worth to Millwall going forward, played in the right way for the formation they was playing, in the size of the striker that he is, trying to anticipate things, running in behind, getting the ball at feet and attacking defenders, very confident. Alex Mitchell at the other end, assured centre-back, didn't have too much to do, to be honest, in the first half, and even the second when he was called upon. Great goal-saving tackle from Isaac Olaofe's knocked down to his teammate. And, yeah, it just looks powerful, man. He's just a big, horrible bastard. He's up there for corners at one end and corners at the other and physical and in the ref's ear. And another one that seems very experienced for his age and the amount of game time he's played, similar to Tanto. So very, very good day yesterday. Really excited to see the 2 loanees progressing nicely. And that's it. That's your lot for this Lions on Loan video. It's been a long one once again, but again, nothing else to do. I didn't go to Mill yesterday, so I couldn't really do a post-match. However, there is fan cams up from yesterday. And there's also a little voice note that I sent to Kev Toomey, Regal Elevators, Mr. Wallpaper, call him what you like. Just a little thought I had, and I sent him a voice note. I put it out on YouTube as well. So, well done the first team again yesterday. It's a 1-1 draw away at Middlesbrough. You can't ask any more than that. Job done. However, people saying, it could have been 4-1 if it weren't for Bart. Well, Bart is our keeper, luckily for us. So you can't say, no, if Messi weren't playing for Barcelona with him, he wouldn't have scored all them goals. Well, he did. So you can't really factor that into it, in my opinion. I did watch the highlights briefly. It didn't seem like there's too many highlights. And I feel that the opportunities that Middlesbrough did have, they weren't really clear cut. They were sort of long ranges, comfortable saves for Bart. Nothing spectacular that I saw on the EFL highlights. But anyway, that's in the past now. I think it's a good 1-1 draw away. However, I can understand the frustration of the fans going up there just thinking it's dull. But there you go. You can't argue with it. 1-1. And we move on to Wednesday's home game against Bournemouth. I'll be back for the live streams with that. I'll be back with a preview for that tomorrow. I'm actually going to film that in a minute, but you won't see that until Monday. And that's your lot. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Please subscribe to Lions TV. Come on, you Lions.